Assalamualaikum and hello, I am Raihana, and for the second practicum, I choose to go to the IPD Ipoh for my practicum. As I've been there for 4 weeks, I've been assigned to different department each week. For example, for the first week, I went to the Traffic Investigation Department. For the second week, I went to the Narcotic Investigation Department. For the third week, I went to the Crime Investigation Department. And lastly, I went to the Commercial Crime Investigation Department. I have learned a lot at the IPD Ipoh. For example, for the first week, as I went to the Traffic Investigation Department, and beside that, I get to know the process of handling traffic accident case. There are 4 stages to take place. Besides that, for the first week, I also went to the Hospital Raja Kumar Surya Bainon Pathology Department. As I had a chance to see and observe how the postmortem process took place. I learned that for the brain part organ, they will be cut for 6 parts to ensure there is no internal bleeding. Besides that, in order to know the cause of death, the corpse was dead because of infection at the lung, we will see whether the organ stick at the rib cage or not. Furthermore, at the Traffic Investigation Department, I also had a chance to sit at the counter with the 2 inquiry police officer to record the statement from the victim of the accident. So that's one of the stages that need to take place in order to handle the traffic accident case. For the second week, I went to the Narcotic Investigation Department, which is I've learned what the provision that usually used from the Dangerous Drugs Act for that case. For example, provision 39A, 39B, section 15, and section 12 for the urine test result positive. Besides that, I also learned the process on how to handle narcotic cases, how they take the urine test, how they arrest the OKT. I also went to the store where they stored the urine before they were sent to the pathologist for the chemical test. For week 3, I went to the Crime Investigation Department. So for that week, I've had a chance to follow AIO Saleh to do remand at the magistrate court. So I've went through the process where to get the remand days from the magistrate. Besides that, during that week, I also learned about the how forensic obtain the fingerprints from the crime scene from the Sergeant Amin, which he teach me how to do the forensic things by using the forensic equipment. For example, hi-fi volcano latent fingerprint powder and the fingerprints hinge lifter. So it was a lifetime experience for me to had a chance to do the forensic things, to do the dusting in order to obtain the fingerprints and DNA. And after I obtained the DNA, I also went to the PFOS to search the DNA from the Bukit Aman database. And during that week also, I learned more about the sexual abuse as I went to the D11 Division. So at that division, I just know about the CIC, Child Investigation Center. Lastly, on the last day of the week 3, I went to the magistrate court under D5 Division, which is the law enforcement division. For the 4th week of the second practicum, I went to the Commercial Crime Investigation Department. For that department, I've learned how to differentiate between the real 50 ringgit notes and the forfeited 50 ringgit notes, as I get a chance to touch the texture of the forfeited 50 ringgit notes. So besides that, there I also learned about how to record the investigation paper for the commercial crime case. I personally think that my practicum days at IPD Ipoh actually give benefits to me and actually effective for my daily life. It also helps me to think out of the box in order to choose topic for written article. As I went to crime investigation department, so it actually gives me an idea to discuss further regarding the criminalization of suicide survivor, as in IPD Ipoh there are few numbers of suicide case. Furthermore, I will relate everything that I've learned from the law of evidence 2 and criminal procedure 2 with the experience that I've gained at the IPD Ipoh during my practicum days. Lastly, I think after I went through 4 weeks at the IPD Ipoh, I think it actually sparked joy and excitement to me to further my studies in master in criminology, as I actually interested in the crime procedure after I went to the IPD Ipoh. In conclusion, I think these practicum days really give benefits for me and a lot of lifetime experience that I think I will never ever will get the same opportunity if I went to do practicum at the law firm.